Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. And tonight this is going to be a different type of video. This is something that I'm getting into as far as doing like planner tips or teaching people how to plan or ways to plan and other ways to utilize your planner if you do not have any plans. So that's what this video is about. It's about what do I plan if I don't have anything to plan? Most people don't have to-do lists and things that they have to do on a daily basis, but there are other things in your life, trust me, that you can plan or that you can, use a planner for to keep memories or, anything. You can use your planner for. It doesn't just have to be for to-dos and scheduling out your day and things like that. That's not what a planner is all about. We can take a piece of paper and write down a to-do list. We could put it on a sticky note, anything. We could put it down on the refrigerator, on a eraser board, whatever. So there are so many ways that you can use a planner, and I just wanted to share a few of those ways to use your planner. So the first thing that you could use your planner for is a budget planner. Everyone has bills and some sort of income coming in a month. You can use a calendar to track your paydays and due dates. You can use a sheet of paper to write out your expenses, monthly expenses. Also keep track of your savings. So there, you can now, keep track of these things. And I know that it's like on your bank statements and things like that. And a lot of people say, well, I can look at my bank statements and things like that if I want to keep track of that. That is true. You can. But writing it out sometimes can be a little bit more functional. So here in my planner, I do keep a Finex section. All right. This is my section here where I keep my bills. I got these inserts from Fancy Plans. I write my bills out monthly, the date, the income source, and the amount. I put down the bills that I have monthly. I put down an income projected, the actual amount I do get, and the difference if I don't get that actual amount. The expenses, I do write down how much I project I'm going to spend a month, how much I actually spend, and the difference. And I do try to put in a savings every month, even if it's $50 or $100. I do project that I will do that, and then I'll put the actual amount that I do save, and then I'll take the difference from that. Okay, so these are very functional sheets that you can use to track your bills. On the back side of that sheet here is an expense tracker. So basically, what you spend out every day, you would want to keep a track of that as well. And trust me, guys, it helps. It helps me a lot. Budgeting has become one of my favorite ways to plan. I really do love it. It keeps me on track. It really does. So here I use a monthly calendar and I write out my bills that I have coming out monthly on a calendar, so I can go back and look at this each month or each day or every day. I do look at this and say, okay, today I got this, tomorrow I got that, so that I know that my funds are available in my account to cover my expenses. Okay, here are credit cards and things like that, Klarnas, all that stuff like that. You can do the same thing, keep a track of all of that. And back here I have a sheet where I do a monthly subscriptions. I do make sure that I keep this, well, I do make sure that I write this down because this is very important, because sometimes you'll be like, okay, what was I supposed to, what's coming out? You forget about those subscriptions. We subscribe to things and forget that we even subscribe to them and be like, oh my goodness, okay, that came out. Yeah, what was that $12.99 for? Okay, Canva. So, I write it down so I know every month that this is what's coming out of my account. All right, so that is how I do my budgeting in my planner. The next thing on the list is faith plan. Faith planning is another great way to plan anything from scripture writing to prayers and devotions. You can look online for scripture plans to follow. There are plenty of them out there. You can even download an app on your phone of different Bibles and study guides to follow. Okay, so I'll show you exactly what I do right now. I'm using an A6 Hobonichi, and this is my scripture writing for the year. Okay, may not get everything in here for the year. I may have to get another one. I haven't actually counted the pages out yet for the whole year, because I did start this book before I actually started writing some scriptures in here, before I actually started writing this scripture plan that I'm actually following right now. So I got this from a friend of mine, Monique, over at Jesus and Paper. She's actually not following this plan anymore, but it was still beneficial for me. So I am going to actually still follow it. And plus I'm doing my own thing on the side as well. So what I do here is I take this little book, which is super cute, and I'm just, you know, very simple, writing out the scripture. I'm sorry, writing out the verse and then writing out the scripture here. So I do this on a daily. And this was from today. And of course, tomorrow I'll put, you know, write the next one out on here. So faith planning is a great way to use a planner. You can do scripture writing, you can do prayers or anything you like in a faith planner, okay? So just, you know, doing a little brief flip of how I have it set up. And what I do here for the monthly pages, I write out the scriptures for the month that I'm going to do. And I can always go back to, you know, when that day, like today is the 4th, and I wrote out Genesis 25 through 27. And of course, tomorrow's the 5th. I'm doing Genesis 28 through 30, or I can just refer back to my sheet. Do I like to write it out? Yes, I do. So I just do that because I like it and it works for me. All right. So that is a way for you to actually do faith planning. I also have another one that I use, and it's like it's kind of like, you know, no rhyme or rhythm to it. Just have a bunch of decoration in there and scriptures. Things that I'm writing out. So yeah. So scriptures, these are prayers. You know, so it's all sectioned out, and I'm still using this also on an everyday basis, okay? Also, you can do devotionals. I use this devotional right here, Jesus Always, and I go through this and I read it, and I take notes, and I write it out in my faith planner. All right, so that's another way you can utilize your planner, by using a faith planner. The next thing you can use for planner is meal planning. We all got to eat, right? So, you know, you can use a planner to plan out your meals for the week and even the month. You can use a calendar to write out your meals for each day. You can go online, Pinterest, and there are millions of recipes. So this is a fun and easy way to keep up with what you and your family is eating. All right. So meal planning has become one of my favorite planning to do as well. I got these inserts from, like I say, Fancy Plans, and she has a great meal planning video on her YouTube if you want to go check that out as well. So here we have a calendar when you first open up, and you can write out your meals that you want to do a month. You can do recipes to try here on this sheet. You can do your weekly menu, which I've already done my weekly menu for this week. And I have my grocery list that I made, and I need to go pick that up in a few minutes once I'm done with this video. I have a pickup around 6 o'clock. So yeah, this has become one of my favorite things to do. What I need to do as well, I need to go through my pantry, fridge, freezer, and I need to put down items that I do have on hand, because this is very important for me, because sometimes I could be sitting down or at the grocery store. If I do go and pick up go and shop for myself, other than doing a pickup, I'm like, man, do I still have rice? Do I have sugar? Do I have flour? Do I have this? Do I have that? So even so I don't never remember what I got. Okay, so with this list, this will help keep me organized on what I do have in my pantry, fridge, and freezer, and I'll know, you know, on hand when I go to the store, or if I'm sitting in bed and I'm doing my grocery order, I'll go and I'll relate to this list and be like, oh, okay, yeah, I do have rice, so I don't need to get that, or I do have this, I don't need to get that. So this is a great way to utilize your items on hand. And also back here, she has a recipe card where you can do the ingredients, preparation. She has you know, the prep time, cook time, the temperature. You can do keto, vegetarian, vegan, gluten-free, low fat, low carbs. You can write notes, how much it serves, the recipe name. I mean, this is amazing. So I really, really do like this. And then also family favorites. Family favorites is very important to me, because my boyfriend, he eats, but then he can be a little bit picky sometimes. So anything that I make and he really, really likes, I am going to start tracking it on here. And I do have some already written down on the side that I just need to you know, transfer them onto this sheet. So I am going to do that. So anything that the kids like, your husband like, or anything that you know that are their favorites, and you be like, what should I cook today? Let me go to my family favorites. That's what I cook tonight, because they love it. It's easy, quick, simple, whatever. All right. And items to keep on hand, you know, very important. Like when I say items that I need to keep on hand will be paper towels, tissue, bleach, wipes, hand sanitizer, things of that nature. You know, you want to keep, you know, on hand in the household that you know that you're going to utilize on a day-to-day basis. All right. And freezer meals, you got refrigerator inventory, freezer inventory, pantry inventory, household inventory, and hits and misses. I mean, this is just amazing. I've been had this master grocery list, and I do go by this sometimes because, you know, it's just very useful too. These right here came from Cloth and Paper. They're also recipe inserts, and I can just write out recipes and things like that. And I do need to start transferring a lot of this information over to this section of my planner as well. And back here, I just have some notes about meal planning and things of that nature. And I have some, like I say, recipes and meals. And what I do is I'll take a sheet of paper, I'll write out the recipes that I think I may want to use, I'll write out all the ingredients, and then I'll go back to my shopping list or make a shopping list on a different sheet of paper, write out everything that I need, put it onto my list, and bam, I'm done. Okay, so easy peasy way to meal plan and you know, not be so overwhelmed with grocery shopping. Because for me, it was just overwhelming for me. At one point, I would get anxiety when I go in the grocery store. I'm like, what is it? It's just too much stuff in here. I don't even know what I want to buy. I'm buying the same stuff over and over. I didn't really have a plan. I didn't really have a meal set as to what I wanted to do. I would be buying the same thing over and over. We were tired of eating the same thing over and over. So I was like, you know what? Let me start researching some stuff. And I started researching some things, and there are some serious meal planning people out there. So yeah, so meal planning is another way for you to utilize a planner. All right. The next thing that I came up with was habit tracking. Habit trackers to me are very important. It's like, you know, you get the chance to track your moods, your personal habits, medical tracking. You know, it's like a reminder to make sure you take your meds, or, you know, whatever, or how much sleep you get, or if you're trying to keep track of your blood pressure or your weights. You know, I like to track how anxious I am on a daily basis, how happy or sad I am. Also, I track my filming, postings. You can track your fitness, your steps, your water intake. So being able to keep up with your everyday life by tracking it is a plus. And I actually, which I have not used yet, got a new tracker this year. Where did I put it at? I'm sorry, guys. Unprepared. Where did I put it? Oh, it's under my log section. It's coming right here. This is my tracker. So as you can see, anxious, sad, happy, post, film, and take medication. This is the things that I would like to track on a daily basis, okay? And I just thought that this was really, really nice. This is from Cloth and Paper. And over here, I would probably just do notes on a daily basis of how I felt on those particular days, okay? And I have not filled this in, but I do have another tracker, a smaller one that I took out of off of a notepad, that I've been using that to track down daily of how I feel and things like that. And I can also go back and just, you know, circle in here my habits, because and I also keep a daily journal as well, and a mood tracker and things like that, so I can always go back and put that back in there. So I just haven't transferred it over yet, once again. But tracking is a great way to plan out anything, you know, in a planner. All right, so the next thing I would say is a brain dump. Keeping a brain dump section in your planner is also a good idea. We all have certain things we need to do and want to do. So when those ideas pop up in your head, you can write it down in your planner under brain dump reminders, like washing the dishes, laundry, order Amazon, must-haves, your favorite TV shows is coming on, a book that you want to read, just anything that comes to your mind, you can write it down. Or you can be listening to the radio, you can be listening to a podcast or anything, and they say something like, oh, I need to remember that, or I need to pick that up, or the kids may need something, new mask or socks or underwear, whatever. Anything comes to your mind, you can write that down in this brain dump section. And I do have that section in my planner, and I have it under dump it, I think. Or did I take that out? I might have took dump it out. I did not take dump it out. So that is what I have it under. All right, and like I say, in my brain dump session here, I just got like orders that I need to try, things to do in 2022. I was saying here I got films that I need to do, place Amazon orders, film to be read, you know, things like that. So anything that I want to write down on here, I can write it down in my brain dump section. And it is a major help for me to keep track of what I need to do or anything that was on my mind. And I need to remind myself, oh yeah, I need to do that. So brain dumping is a great way to utilize a planner as well. Self-care. We got to take care of ourselves. It's so important. So having a self-care planner is pretty cool. You can plan out your skincare routine, write quotes and affirmations, meditation and manifestations. So anything that it is uplifting and inspirational to you, you can use it in a planner. Okay. Once again, I told you guys that I did have a mood tracker and a journal. So this is my catch-all journal. Okay. And in here, I write down my memories. I write down my gratitude, my mood for today. This is my scripture plan that I do in here. This is my devotions that I'm using this for. My prayers, okay? My morning pages, my evening pages, and my confessions. All right, so I write, this is for self-care for me. All right, so if you want, you can make you a catch-all journal, writing down gratefulness, moods, your memories, prayers, confessions, morning pages, evening pages. This is self-care. A planner does not have to be all about a to-do list, what you got to schedule out to do or whatever. It's all about what you want to make your planner for. You don't have to follow these people that you see making to-do lists and got a list of this, a list of that to do. You know, some people do have a lot going on, a lot of running around they have to do. But don't feel intimidated because you don't have those things to do. You can utilize a planner for anything. All right. The next thing is, and the last thing is a work planner. This is also very useful. You can write your schedule out, your PTO hours, sick hours, vacation time, monthly sets, weekly meetings, huddle notes, yearly testing, CBLs to keep us knowledgeable, flu shots, yearly health screens. So this section is very important to me as I work in a hospital setting. So me, I do like to keep track of my schedule when I'm working. My PTO hours, I have not written it down for January yet because I'm on PTO right now, so I ain't really been doing it, but I'm gonna get to it. I like to keep an account of my PTO hours, my sick time, my EIBs. I have yearly CBLs and testing that I have to do to make sure that we stay knowledgeable of what's going on on a daily basis. So I like to keep track of that as well. So yeah, just different things. I'm trying not to really show too much because I have some personal information in there. But yeah, you know, a work planner, come on, we all got to work. So I know that you need to write your schedule down so you can utilize a calendar to write your schedule in. If you're going to take vacation, write that in. If you need a day off, you write that in. If you need to, you know, email your manager or, you know, something happened at work and you want to take, you know, note or write, keep a diary about it or whatever. Some people do keep a diary of work, especially if you're working in a hostile environment and you trying to, you know, make sure you keep up with all the information or things that's going on, you know, on your job on a daily basis. Some people use it for that. So like I say, you can utilize a planner for whatever you want to utilize a planner for. It does not have to be complicated. It does not have to be the way everybody else is utilizing theirs. Do what works for you. Okay, so those are the 7 things that I have that you can use to utilize a planner if you don't have plans. I really appreciate you guys for watching. I thank you so much for your support, and until the next video, take care. I love you guys. Bye bye.